What a night for Leaf fans. Last time we saw the Winnipeg Jets, it was a bloodbath, and the Leafs were on the wrong side of the loss column in that one in Winnipeg. And then you had them celebrating like it was crazy, just like they beat the snot out of the Leafs, and it was hilarious because that team wasn't really going to amount to anything this season. And it continues. But the story of tonight's game is the man, Auston Matthews. We all knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of when. And he cracks 50. I mean, this is my makeshift looking 50 sign. But it's there, and Auston Matthews does it. Goal number 50. Obviously an empty netter late. He definitely wanted one. The team definitely wanted one for him as a real goal, right? He seemed to be chances they were trying to set him up for the majority of the game. It's a funny thing, right? The Leafs were forcing it to Matthews so much, yet they still laid an absolute beatdown on the Winnipeg Jets. 7-3 at Scotiabank Arena. The Leafs have now won 3 straight games. They're 43-19-5. And that right there just put a real fork in the Jets' playoff hopes. It really, really did. But let's break down this game right from the very start. And the Leafs do not come out of the gate great. Right, they come out sluggish, and they get some chances, and Mark Giordano gets twisted around, and not a great play, because Blake Wheeler just kind of blows right by him. He gets his feet all caught up. He falls, and I'm like, oh, God, of course, here's the Giordano stuff. Great. And he beats Källgren. 3:19 in on the first shot of the goal for the Jets, and you're down 1-0. We would have had 4 minutes ahead. Justin Holl gets caught puck watching. And the way I say that, well, Justin Holl is on Paul Stastny on the sideboards, right? But once Paul Stastny gets rid of the puck, what does Justin Holl do? He goes and starts looking at the puck. Meanwhile, Paul Stastny starts going around the boards to the other side of the net. Justin Holl's just kind of still standing there, and he ends up at the Leafs' far post. Problem, Paul Stastny ends up getting the puck behind the net. Källgren's trying to find the puck. He didn't know where it is, and Paul Stastny wraps around. Justin Holl is nowhere in sight. And you're down 2-0, 7:45 into the first period. Not where you want to be if you're the Toronto Maple Leafs. However, they do get some puck luck. As Giordano coming down the right side, centers it to, I think it was John Tavares crashing the net. It hits a Winnipeg defender and goes in. So John Tavares does not get the goal on the play. He doesn't get a point on the play. But Mark Giordano, technically, gets the goal for the Leafs. His first as a Toronto Maple Leaf. Tavares gets the puck. Mikheyev and Liljegren grab assists on the goal at 15:03 of the first period. And he got the lucky bounce, and we are tied I guess the Leafs still trail it 2-1 after one period of play. But you could tell as the period was going along, the Leafs were finding their legs, and they were doing a good job in that late period goal, under 5 minutes to play in the period. That late first period goal allowed the Leafs to get their feet moving again. They finished the period strong, and you're only going into the breakdown 2-1, and every Leaf fan is like, this game is far from over. We know this team can score. We know the games against the Jets are usually absolute slugfests. So let's see how this goes. In the early going to the second period, the Leafs get a power play. I don't know how many times tonight the Winnipeg Jets in the offensive zone get tripping penalties, and they were blatantly obvious. Stick in the skates countless times. They're going to complain because they did all night. But when you're doing stuff like that and they're blatantly obvious, you're going to get called. There were a few ones that actually weren't called. Remember Pierre Engvall going in the corner full on stick to the skates, trips him up. He loses the puck. The puck goes the other way. It would have been called if the Leafs didn't get 6 power plays in the game. It was an awful game from the Winnipeg Jets after the first 7.5 minutes of the game. It really was. In that second period, Leafs get the power play. And everyone's trying to set up Auston Matthews, right? He's actually at the point where Morgan Rielly usually is. And he blasts one on. It was Marner laid it on the platter for him. He blasted. He missed the net wide. But the puck caroms off the boards, back out in front to Willie Nylander, and he buries it. And great to see Willie score one, because we talked about it in the last video against Boston where the effort was there from Nylander, right? He had his feet moving. There were a few plays where he was just flying by guys, and we're like, damn, that is more like it for Willie Nylander. And he gets rewarded by getting body position in front of the net, watching the carom off the boards, and being ready to bury it past Eric Comrie. And the Leafs have tied it at 2. Matthews and Marner grab assists on the goal at $1:58 of the second period, and the Leafs have tied it. Less than 2 minutes after that, though, they get a power play. Nikolai Ehlers beats Eric Källgren short side under the glove above the pad. So kind of one Källgren wants back, but he was screened in front. However, I love when goalies really try to fight for their screen in front. You see them really going around. I didn't really see that from Källgren a lot there. So he gets beat there, and the Leafs are now down again. It's 3-2. But from that moment onwards, the Leafs just flat out took this game over. A flat out, and it's wild because the Jets are like hanging on to their playoff hopes. You took a 3-2 lead on the road after the Leafs basically gained all the momentum. You want to shut this game down. But the Leafs are like, no, we're not done yet. Carl Dahlstrom, just gets called up. Obviously, no Lyubushkin right now. Obviously, Justin Hall got hurt and in the last game get the puck to the face, but he was in the lineup tonight, as I talked about earlier, a negative play. But Carl Dahlstrom draws in, and I thought he was really good. His stick was active on defense. He was active in the offense. And he gets the puck at the point, fires it on. It was high enough that, or no, it was this one right to the chest. I can't remember. But it hits Eric Comrie. It drops down. And John Tavares is there to bang home the rebound. And the Leafs have tied the game at 3. This was a mere, 8, or no, hold on, my math is wrong. 23 seconds? 23 seconds after the Leafs were down 3-2. They tie it again. Tavares from Dahlstrom Mikheyev at 4:08 of the second period. And we got a whole new hockey game again. It's a 3-3 game. Just over 4 minutes after that, the Leafs get another power play because, again, the Jets just didn't know how to control their sticks. And Mitch Marner at the sideboard centers the pass to Willie Nylander, who's got his rear end parked right in front of the net, and he bangs away at the one shot. Nice stop by Comrie. The second shot stopped by Comrie, but it gets a little loose, and Nylander buries it for the third chance, and he buries it. Hard-working play. Nylander's got 2 goals. JT's got a goal. These are the guys that Leafland, including myself, have been talking about lately is really not really making that effort, not really putting the puck in the back of the net. Well, they combined for 3 goals in the game tonight. Nylander to 3.9. Tavares had the goal in this one. I think he was great. I think the team played a really good game after that 3-2 goal against. And Riley and Marner had the assist on that goal at 8:40 the second period for the Leafs. And they have the lead now. It's a 4-3 game. Their first lead in this one. And again, like I said, the Leafs just kind of take over. They get a power play about just over midway through. And I don't get it. I don't know why Pierre-Luc Dubois, who loves to yap his mouth and just get into the thick of things, but I think it's hilarious. They get the power play. Ehlers turns the puck over, and Engvall banks off the boards, and he's away to the races. Mikheyev's on the far side skating up. We know when Mikheyev gets going, it's hard to beat him. And Pierre-Luc Dubois is right near Pierre Engvall. And I'm not really sure why he goes in for the big hit. Like, Engvall knows it's coming. So, right as he goes at him to hit him, Pierre Engvall gets rid of it. And Ilya Mikheyev's on a breakaway. Now, if you're Dubois and you know that Engvall's not going to beat you, he's not going to score from that angle, why don't you just ride it all the way down so he does not pass it across? But hey, I don't care because the Leafs get a breakaway from Mikheyev and he goes to the back again to the forehand and roofs it on Comrie. And the Leafs get a 5-3 lead now. Great. Ilya Mikheyev is 5 goals in his last 8 games or something like that. He's been incredible. And the Leafs are now piling it on the Jets. The shorthanded goal leading the league in shorties. Engvall and Justin Hall grab assists at 13:55 of the second period. And they go into the third up by 2 goals. Shots on goal in the first period, by the way, were 12-8 in favor of the Leafs. In the second period, again, the Jets are a desperate team. I do that because they didn't play like it. 13-5 in favor of the Leafs in shots on goal in the second period. They scored, 4 goals. 4 goals on 13 shots in that period. Great job from there. In the third period, again, the Leafs play a sound third period, right? Not allowing anything crazy to happen. Källgren making the stops he needs to make. He did a really good job in that third period. And then, with under 3 to go, Auston Matthews from his own end fires one to the empty net, and he buries it for goal number 50. And the Leafs have a 6-3 lead. It basically iced the game like it wasn't iced already. And for the first time in his career, and for the 4th time in franchise history, well, is it the 4th time? No, I get to the 4th time in franchise. 4th player, I believe, in franchise history to score 50 goals in a Leafs uniform. A lot of guys have done 50, but 4 total guys have done it. Now, Auston Matthews is number 4. Congrats to him. It would have been 50 a long time ago, but COVID season, shortened year, all this stuff, bubble time, all that nonsense. He would have had 50 a long time ago, but all that happened, and this is the first year for number 50 for Auston Matthews. Well-deserved for him. Mitch Marner grabs the assist at 17:54 of the third period. You think we're done, right? You get a 6-3 lead and a 3 to play, it's over. Well, no. I believe the Leafs, did they get a power play here? I think it might have been 4-on-4 when they tossed Simmons and Adam Lowry out of the game. I thought that was hilarious. They really sniffed of another fight happening. After Clifford went after Brendan Dillon, they went at it. You really saw Simmons and Lowry going after it, right? Simmons is on the left wing. You had Lowry in the faceoff dot. He purposely loses the faceoff draw, so he gets put over beside Simmons. And the referee's like, enough of this nonsense. Hit the showers, fellas. I thought that was funny. I thought it was hilarious. But the Leafs, with under 2 minutes to play, because I think they had a power play, actually. And I didn't write power play, but I believe it was a power play. William Nylander, I mean, you gotta love what this guy did, right? Giordano at the point, fires over to the right side to Willie Nylander, and he could have just walked in and took this shot looking for the hat trick. But what does he do? He goes for the cross-seam pass to Timothy Liljegren, and this shot from Liljegren is what every Leaf fan has been dreaming of when it comes to this kid. You heard about the talent. You've seen it with the Marlies at times. You're like, damn, this guy's got it. And the NHL, he has a total of 1 goal. He's got 17 points going into today. I didn't realize he was doing okay in that sense. But the finish from Liljegren on the one-timer goes into one knee and buries it past Eric Comrie. What a shot from Liljegren. Goal number 2 in the NHL and on the season for him. Nylander with a 3-point night. Giordano with a 2-point night. That goal was at 18-14. Literally less than 30 seconds after the Matthews empty netter, and the Leafs lead it 7-3. They score 5 unanswered goals to beat the Jets and have now won 3 straight games, and they outshoot the Jets 13-10 in the third period that they desperately needed. Shots on goal, 38-23 in favor of the Buds. 38-23. They dominated. They really did. And obviously, we heard the news about Mrazek. We'll get into that in a second. You heard about the news about that. You know Shelgren's going to be in the cage, so you need to play well in front of him. They don't early on. They figure it out as the game goes along, and obviously the offense really takes over from there. But the Leafs dominate. They give the Jets a regulation loss that they desperately did not want, especially after that game yesterday against Buffalo. They've played a lot lately of the Jets. Doesn't matter. I don't care. They're playing the Leafs tonight, and the Leafs dominate. I don't care what they've done in the previous games. I really don't. And Leaf fans, take it in. Over the last week and a bit, the Leafs have beaten. I said it in the last video, and I'll say it again. Winnipeg's 8 games over 500, so they're not a shabby team, but you beat them 7-3 on home ice. You beat the Boston Bruins in Boston, who really got mad at the Devils today and are now up 8-1, or we're up 8-1. You beat Florida at home. You beat Carolina at home. Like, this team is playing a lot better than I think we all make it out to be. It's really exciting stuff. Now let's get to the quick stats here real quick. Eric Shelgren, power play-wise, they were 1 for 3 on the power play. Obviously, the Nikolai Ehlers goal. The Leafs were 2 for 6 on their power play. Obviously, 6 power plays. Could have been a lot more because of the damn stick penalties from the Winnipeg Jets. Eric Shelgren, 3 goals on 23 shots. I don't look at it that way. I look at the 10-save third period when you were up 2 goals. That is what I care about the most from him, giving your team a chance to win, and he did that tonight. 3 goals and 23 shots. Willie Nylander with 2 goals and an assist. Ilya Mikheyev with a 3-point night, a goal and 2 assists. Timothy Liljegren with a goal and an assist. Mark Giordano with a goal and an assist. Auston Matthews with the goal and an assist. And Mitch Marner with 3 assists in the game. Crazy stuff for the Leafs. Now, quick injury update. We obviously know that Shelgren and Hutchison were the goalies tonight when everyone's, sweating like crazy because of that today. We hear about Mrazek going to be out a minimum of 6 weeks. And man, this guy, he played a couple good games and then he goes down. The guy could not catch a break this year. However, Jack Campbell has medically been cleared to play for the Leafs. And we were hearing before the game that maybe as soon as this Saturday against the Philadelphia Flyers in Philly, we'll have to wait and see. But for Leafs Nation, I just hope and pray that they're not rushing this guy back because of the Mrazek stuff. I just hope and pray that's not the case. I want him to come back ready and raring and healthy to go. Okay? Leaf fans, that is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game this evening, smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not done so already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game day for the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Twitter link is down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And hey, follow the Instagram page as well. Send me a DM. Do that great stuff on Instagram. It's all down below in the comments or in the description. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Edition, on Wednesday, wrapping up this past week's game. It was a great game for the Jays today. They beat the Tigers 5-3 down there in, no, it wasn't Dunedin. It was in flipping Detroit's spring training facility. And as for the Toronto Raptors, they're back in action tomorrow night. Tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow night as they're in Orlando taking on the Magic. 7 o'clock tip-off there. Raptors are going to continue this incredible ride that they've been on and look to continue to take care of business. Obviously, Cleveland losing today just gives you that much more breathing room. If you win tomorrow, you're 3 games up, and things are looking a lot better for the Raptors and that non-play-in spot. All right? And as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, as I mentioned, their next game is on Saturday night as they're in Philly taking on the Flyers. 7 o'clock puck drop there as the Buzz look for a winner of 4 in a row and start this 4-game road trip off on the right note. All right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game tonight because, damn, that was entertaining. We'll talk to you guys then.